Do you remember one of the earliest encounters you had with someone that stuck with you?
Yeah. So I would say one of the most memorable, and there was a lot of memorable experiences, but I was in Gordon, Nebraska, a tiny town, hiccup of a town, and I'd set up my tent, my not tent, my hammock in the park, and I was going to charge my phone like an outdoor little jack outlet that I found, and this little old lady walks down the street with this tiny little dog, and she sees me with my little camp set up, and she waves, and we get to talking. Oh, we need to stay. I hear we need to stay the 6 feet apart. I've heard. Have you heard of this Corona thing? Have you heard of the COVID? I've heard of this COVID thing. And so we get to talking, and she was the sweetest little lady. And then the next thing she says, well, why don't you come on over and I'll make you some strawberry shortcake. And she says, well, how about I bring it to the park so that you don't have to leave all your gear. And so here she comes with the little dog 15 minutes later with the little wicker basket full of strawberry shortcake, and I'm in the park enjoying a really nice conversation with this little lady. And it was right before the 4th of July, so we were watching fireworks and hearing her story. And I travel a lot. This little lady went to Alaska by herself at age 75 and went whitewater rafting. She was the coolest person ever.
Oh my gosh. It was meant to be.
It was
totally meant to be.
Totally. And she invited me the next morning and said, well, before you go tomorrow, I'll have coffee and I'll have breakfast for you. My house is just down the road, and stop by. And I actually still write, she still sends me little letters and postcards. And so it's the cutest thing. She was so memorable. And I think that was really after the meeting with her, you're on your bike forever and you start thinking about things. And that's kind of where I started getting this idea of asking people that I meet this existential question about what they think the meaning and the purpose of life is.